Hello, John Paul.
Hello, Leon.
Hello, listeners, Vine enthusiasts, Vine makers, Vine creators, Vine appreciators.
Appreciators, wherever you may be.
Wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us again for episode 2 of Do It for the Vine.
We're back.
We're back, and we might be better than ever. We're reviewing more Vines than ever before and appreciating them at a speed unknown to man.
Yep.
John Paul, how are you?
Leon, I'm doing okay. I'll be honest with you. I'm preemptively taking some ear medicine to fight off an ear infection that may or may not be coming because the kids have been a bit sick and have been passing around a few bugs, including ear infections.
Yep.
Sounds believable, doesn't it?
It does. It does sound like the kind of thing that would happen.
Let me tell you, the real reason
Yes.
is that I was helping my daughter in a bathroom and the earbuds that I had fell into the toilet, and feeling that I had no other option, I attempted to use them again by drying them off and placing them in my ear. Luckily they were non-operational, so they weren't in there for too long, but I am expecting an ear infection any day now.
It's hey, get in close and listen to this one, my friend. It's coming. You're getting one. That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll get it. We get there.
Dear God. That's pretty gross.
So that's just an update on where I am as a person.
Look, the listeners are pretty happy with that, I'm sure.
It's not great.
No. Well, look, episode 2, we've got to pick up the pace, pick up the speed, pick up the energy, the integrity, the review and appreciation capability.
Certainly.
John Paul, episode 2, I want to talk with you and with our listeners about a Vine that we're going to refer to as I'm reading Harry Potter, what do you want?
It is the way that you can find it very quickly, I find.
You can do that. There's also cute pregnancy surprise or pregnant Vine. That kind of thing will work.
Sure.
Possibly by someone called Matt King. Could be. Who knows? John Paul, you know me. I'm not one for talking, blabbing, babbling, describing, or anything like that. Can you please?
God, you could have fooled me, Leon.
Oh, you're a funny one. Could you please paint me a word picture of I'm reading Harry Potter? What do you want?
Leon, I'll certainly try. The scene opens with a close-up on a pregnancy test that we're led to believe is positive. The pregnancy test is moving, being held by the same person who holds the camera. The camera then pans up from that pregnancy test as the voice, a woman's voice behind the camera, explains to a man sitting on the couch reading a book that they're going to have a baby. And she sounds pretty excited about it. The man proceeds to drop his book and berate the woman who is behind the camera for interrupting his reading of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, I believe it was. And that's it. The scene ends.
Chilling, as always.
Powerful. Powerful stuff.
It's deep. It really taps into, I think, an emotion that we've all connected with in the past, which is in the middle of a good reread or first reading of Harry Potter, and someone comes to you with some kind of interruption, and it just like what do you want?
Yeah,
what do you want?
It is not. It's a question we all strive to understand. What do these people want who are interrupting me while I'm reading this Harry Potter? I mean, I never read Harry Potter, so I feel like I don't really have a horse in this race. I don't. Did you read Harry Potter?
I read it last year or the year before, quite recently. 2016 to 2017 I read it because I never had, and I finally did. And I'll tell you this. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's done well.
It's better than the movies.
That's much better than the movies. Now that I've read the books, the movies are trash.
I mean, is it, Leon? I mean, at a movie, you get to sit down and eat popcorn.
Yeah, you can eat popcorn and read a book.
When you're reading a book, I don't have enough hands. I've got to hold the book. I've got to turn the page.
You need one of those
another hand for popcorn.
Book holders for your old hands.
I need one of those popcorn servants. That's what I need.
Well, they're few and far between. John Paul, the thing that I love about this Vine is, as I am already showing my preferences, I think I regularly have mentioned this to you, and we'll start mentioning it to our listeners, is the mise en scene, the setting, the place, the creation, the arrangement of objects and people. In this one, we've got our friend who could be Matt, we don't know. He is lounging on the couch in the most comfortable of reading positions, legs out straight, back kind of, he's in that kind of right, almost obtuse angle of relaxation reading this book. And he is interrupted by this first person. We're getting it in this video. We are the person with the pregnancy test. And I'll tell you what, I feel taken aback when I realize that I've interrupted him. I'm like, I thought this was important, but here, maybe it's not. Learning this kind of information obviously is nowhere near as important as reading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, certainly not. And he just delivers that "what do you want" straight down the barrel of that camera, and you really take the full force of it.
The venom, the razor tongue that he cuts with as he delivers that, and it is, again, he's directing it at you. I'm reading Harry Potter. What do you want? It's like, it's got all that to it.
Really just takes it right in the gut.
They do, and I think the creator realized that first person was the best way to show. And first person also known as a POV, point of view. That kind of shot, I think, is important for a scene like this. Now, our reader is wearing glasses. And I have to ask the question, does he need glasses, or is he doing it as an homage, as a reference to Harry Potter's glasses?
Oh, I just thought he was being a hipster. Leon? That's
a common misconception to the less trained eye when it comes to Vine viewing.
Yeah, certainly. I guess my read on it was that the vision for this scene was that they wanted to create a very stereotypical douchebag, I believe it's pronounced. And really nothing says douchebag like someone who wears glasses. They just have a way about them.
I'm just going to. I just want to. I hate to interrupt. I don't want to cut you off, and I don't want to be known as that guy. I've worn glasses for the entirety of the 17 or so years that I've known you. I'm just wondering if you could just field that. Where do I fit in with the? Are you trying to? Are you calling me a douchebag?
I don't know that my comment needs any further qualification.
Look, I think obviously I don't. I know where we stand as friends, as best friends, as hetero life partners. I know where we stand.
Yeah.
But the listener might not. I don't think the listener. So I think maybe it does warrant some exploration for their sake, not for mine, obviously, but for theirs.
Look, Leon. In my experience, and that's all I'll say on the matter. I really don't wish to spend too much more on this topic. Frankly, I don't think it'll go anywhere for either of us.
No, I think it will hinder the podcast. And you've exemplified there in that pause that you had is tension. And I do want to bring it back to the Vine, because that's what we're here for. We're doing it for the Vine. Is the tension in this, and the tension of looking down at the positive pregnancy test, and then panning up and seeing the face, and there's that, why is he so upset with me already? He doesn't know what, but you've got the Harry Potter there, and then you start piecing it together. The tension in this scene, John Paul, it's very Hitchcockian in style. It's an homage to Hitchcock, I would say, in this Vine.
Yes, and I mean, I've found that the louder you shout tension, it really highlights it. So you've shown me that there's some tension in this scene, or should I say, there's some tension.
Okay.
In this scene.
Look, you don't have to edit this, but I do, and I don't know if I don't appreciate that. Volume.
That's fair. I apologise. Sorry, everyone. That was too far. I got a little carried away there.
Comment about the glasses, then he starts yelling. On a scale of 1 to Vine, John Paul, remember Vine is the numeric value of 10. 10, where right. would you rate I'm reading Harry Potter, what do you want?
Look, I'm gonna give it an 8. An 8 out of Vine. I think it's a really good Vine. I think it's really funny. And I don't really know why I've given an 8 out of 9. I don't really know what I'm doing.
It just, hey mate, don't be like that. You're an expert in vines.
Don't be so down on yourself.
You wrote the book of vines.
Okay.
Riddled with spelling errors.
It's terrible.
No, I know what you're saying. I don't know why, but I'm in more of a 7.5. It's very good. It catches you off guard. The tension does smack you, and it's a bit of you get sideswiped by he's reading Harry Potter, but it doesn't. It gets a chuckle. I would say a chuckle, not a chortle, not a hearty chortle, a chuckle. I think that's why I would rate it down there.
Right.
John Paul.
I think that's fair.
I think that's as much as should be said in this episode on that Vine. And by that I mean I think we're done talking about that Vine because we won't do a second episode on it.
No.
I want to...
not yet anyway.
Well, not yet. If we run out of Vines, which we could because it's a finite source since it was closed down.
There are no more Vines being created.
The potential right now is that we have social media active. The social media that we would have would be a Twitter, a Facebook page, and some kind of YouTube place where playlists live of the Vines that we talk about.
Yes.
In theory, this all exists. Hopefully, in practicality, it also exists. And if it does exist, I would be aiming for it to be under the handle of Do It For The Vine Pod. That's Do It For The Vine Pod. Pod is in podcast, but podcast is too long of a word.
It is a long word.
Search for it when you listen to this, and if it's there, follow those things, please.
Yes.
For the love of for the love of Vine, please. John Paul, I think that'll do it. So remember, John Paul, wherever you are, whatever you do,
please do it for the Vine.